Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're doing another, we're doing Swiss. We're back in Swiss. Dragons of Tarkir, Fate Reforged. Opened a good rare. It's a pretty efficient dragon. I'm okay first picking it, even though it puts you in two colors. Otherwise, I mean, a safer pick would be like Epic Confrontation or Flatten. And there's Pacifism. This has the trifecta of like really good removal. But I'm still going to take this Boltwing Marauder because if I end up in black-red, this is going to be a really powerhouse card to have. If I don't end up in black-red, I am missing out on some good removal, but I think there's enough upside to Boltwing. I can also splash for it too. If I end up in, either black or red, I can end up splashing for Marauder and still be happy. I think there's definitely enough upside to this card. It's pretty strong. Past a Secure the Waste. That's pretty interesting. I love this card. I think I'm just going to pick it. It's also foil, and it's the regular's worth a ticket, so I imagine the foil might be worth maybe not too much more, but still. Otherwise, Ambuscade Shaman, once again, good in black-red. Coat with Venom is good. Evolving Wilds would be an okay choice, but yeah, Past to Secure the Waste. There's probably, I mean, it's a foil rare, so I was thinking you wouldn't ordinarily get past the Secure the Waste, especially if it was your first pick. So whatever other rare was in here was obviously more interesting. Okay, this is cool. I'm cool with Swift Warkite. It's another strong dragon. I like Dragon Hunter too. Kolaghan Aspirant and Skirmisher are both good, but Swift Warkite's pretty strong. I never get to play this card either, so I'm fine picking this. Wow, past the Draconic Roar. That's just a gift right there. It's a very big gift. Otherwise, Scream Reach Brawler would be fine, but obviously not. We have two dragons already. Draconic Roar is like bonkers in this deck. Twin Bolt past. Love it. Love it. Take it. Hand of Silmgard and Hardened Berserker are fine, but they're not removal. Alright, Shambling Goblin and Outrider. Outrider's a good card. Pretty happily taking that. There's a Strong Arm Monk too, which actually already kind of looks good in here, but I'm still going to take Outrider. I think it's more likely we end up... Well, I don't know yet. We're just picking up red cards at the moment, so we're not sure. Alright, Stormcrag Elemental. Once again, stay in red, and Stormcrag Elemental is an excellent, powerful, efficient card, so I like it. Could I ever make a Dragon Tempest deck? Whenever creature flying into that, I don't think so. Why isn't it? I feel like the ability is so. The second ability is so narrow. It deals so it's like you play a dragon, it gets haste, and the first one deals 1 damage. That's not even that impressive. Then again, nothing in here is impressive. I just think it's unlikely I'm going to play any of these. I'll take it. It's so unlikely I'd play it. I'd need so many dragons. Hey, Monument's actually a nice pickup, though. Has no interaction with Dragon Tempest, by the way. But still a nice pickup. This is interesting. That's a late Glade Watcher. I'll take the Tomb Shell. Not very likely we play it, but take it nonetheless. I might not even be black-red. Like with the Monument, I could splash the black. Take Vandalize. I mean, basically we're just red at the moment. I still want to play Secure the Waste, so I'm going to rate Evolving Wilds fairly high. Custodian versus Icebreakers. That's interesting. Guess Icebreakers. I mean, Custodian maybe buys me a little bit better time, but I'd rather have a creature that can actually attack, I think. And 3 mana, 2/3 is okay. I don't know. I like Custodian more than most, but I don't know if I like it for this deck yet. I've already got a Tomb Shell too, which is pretty similar. Serves a pretty similar role. Alright, Rock is actually pretty playable. We'll take that. Someone took the land before 2 white spells, so Definitely trying to indicate that white's open. We're going to let someone have the revealing wins. Okay. Well, I mean, I certainly like our start. We have some powerhouse cards already. And we're only for sure... Wow. This draft just got real. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Just dragons for days. Whenever an opponent casts a creature or planeswalker spell with the same name as card in his graveyard, even if that ability is... It's not even irrelevant in draft, but it's probably less likely to go off. But still, how about a 6-mana 6/5 flying haste and other creatures you control have haste? That is so good. Another Stormcrag Elemental. We're going to take Twin Bolt number 2 here over the Coat with Venom. Hard to pass up good spot removal. Past a Necromaster Dragon. What's going on? I think we're probably taking Acid Spewer Dragon since we already have 3 other dragons. I don't need to splash for Necromaster. I kind of want to take the Evolving Wilds to help splash for the Secure the Wastes. But I kind of like this crazy dragon thing we got going on. I mean, Necromaster Dragon is good. I'm not going to deny that. But I just don't see the need. And Acid Spewer's ability is a lot more relevant when you have 3 other dragons. But I don't know. I kind of want to splash for this or Secure the Wastes. I guess I'll still take Acid Spewer Dragon. Okay, let's see here. Probably the Butcher. It's some removal. Well, not that we're removal light, but I guess we could use some more creatures. I like that Butcher's kind of some removal too. I mean, Skirmisher's fine. I think we're likely going to end up playing Tomb Shell in here, by the way. But I'll take the Butcher. It kills things. It's a little more exciting than... Well, actually, I mean, Berserker ramps to 5. It's not bad. I think I'd still rather have the removal. Okay, Tormenting Voice, I think might be the pickup here. Probably don't need a Marsh Hulk. I think Tormenting Voice... This seems like a good deck for Tormenting Voice. Might even be 18 lands. I'm not sure yet. Another Savage Ventmaw. Jeez. Guess we can take Sadist. I don't really like it in this deck, but it's a blocker. It's a late Pals familiar. I think I'm going to hate Surge of Righteousness since it's like insane against us and we're not passing anything. This is not a Reckless Imp deck. I don't think we need a second Tormenting Voice. I'm just going to take the Quartermaster. Alright, Tomb Shell number 2. Not exciting, but I'll take it. Spider Silk Net might be a good defensive card to have out of sideboard, I think. So, alright. I mean, the deck is certainly coming together. I think it's 18 lands, I'm pretty sure. We have a lot of late game. Because Stormcrag Elemental and Acid Spear Dragon are also late game cards. Take Sadist number 2. Prefer to not play it, but I guess we'll take Negate. This deck's got a lot of big stuff. Take another Negate. Glaring Aegis could be good against us. Someone's got a hyper aggro deck. Alright. So, looking good. Definitely looking good. Dragons for days. Good. I could use some more cheap defense. I guess I would prefer to not play multiple Wandering Tomb Shells, but if I have to, I will. Soul Flare. Yeah, Soul Flare is pretty cool, but I think we want Reach of Shadows. We want some actual hard removal. Soul Flare is cool, especially when you got Acid Spewer Dragon and Flying Haste guys. But we want some more removal. You can never have enough. Reach of Shadows is pretty awesome. Well, here's the old Crucible Spirit Dragon, but guess what? We're just going to slam a Pyrotechnics, which is insanely good. This deck is already just full of so many bombs. The only thing that sucks about our deck right now is our early creatures, but our early removal is phenomenal, so I'm not even concerned about it. I think we're just going to play 18 lands and probably Secure the Waste is not going to happen. I'd prefer to not play Icebreakers too. Jeez, Elite Scale Guard is so good. Gurmag Angler's pretty awesome. There is Goreswine too. I feel like we have enough late game where the Angler's not as necessary, but it's pretty good with Tormenting Voice. Makes it 2 cheaper. Goreswine is not like... I mean, Scale Guard's definitely the best card in here, but I just don't see the need to go into white now. I probably just take the Angler. We have the early exploit too. Not that it makes a difference, but a lot of times mid to late game you get to play Angler for like 4. 4 mana 5/5 is pretty tough to argue. More dragons? No, I don't think so. I think we probably take Scout here. Not very insane for our deck, but certainly playable. Take the Surveyor. It's the best card remaining in here. And there's like nothing else I care about. I'm not going to play a Mardu Rune Mark. Heel Cutter passed. That's pretty nice. It's not a Heel Cutter deck, but I think every deck, if you're in red, is a little bit Heel Cutter. But yeah, this is definitely not a Heel Cutter deck in general. I mean, Heel Cutter shines in the hyper aggro decks, but that's okay. This deck is still very much insane. Alright, I think Scout number 2 is going to happen. We're just on the hunt for some actual cheap things to do. I don't think we need a collateral damage. And this is a deck right now. So I think we're just going to hate the best card here, which might actually be the Whisk Away against us. Ruthless Instincts isn't bad either, but Whisk Away can be annoying when you have a bunch of late game. Like if you're playing a 6-drop and they just play a 3-drop that puts it back on top of your library, that can be a big problem. Our deck is so sweet. This deck is super awesome. Alright, I guess we take Bloodfell Caves. Makes our mana slightly better if we're missing a color or something. Makes Mardu Scout a little bit easier to play on turn 2, which I like. Still not a Lightning Shrieker deck. I think I'm just going to hate a second Whisk Away here. It's still... I don't need Crucible the Spirit Dragon. Even though I have a bunch of dragons, I don't think I need it. I'd rather just hate a Whisk Away again. Goreswine tabled. I might... You know what? I'm going to take that over the second Caves. I think I'd like to play Goreswine over like a Karsi Sadist, which isn't that good in general. Goreswine can still be good defensively. Plus it's better with our Sabertooth Outrider. I mean, the funny thing is we can kind of be beat down. We can still go like Scout, Swine, Heel Cutter. Yeah, this deck is really not lacking much of anything. It's got huge finishers. It's got early game. It's got removal for days. It's got some mid-game blockers. I'm going to hate the Monk here, which I think is the best. Ethereal Ambush has been good, but Dragonmail Monk is just easier for white players to play than Ethereal Ambush is, you know. There's usually not a lot of green-blue players out there, but it certainly is good when someone is in green-blue. Yeah, this looks like a really fun deck. I think Will the Naga can actually be pretty good against us. I'm going to hate that. This is another one of those cards where, like Whisk Away, it seems like Blue's got the best plan against the big late game finishers, you know? Because they get to like, Will the Naga against big flyers is really good. Whisk Away, like I said, is very good against it too. But it seems unlikely we even have a blue player when I'm like hating Surveyor, Double Whisk Away, Will the Naga. I'm going to definitely hate Warflare here. Card is very powerful for the old red-white player. And Mardu Rune Mark's just not going to happen in this deck. No reason to play Auras when we've got much better things going on. So 18 lands plus Monument. I still think we're gonna be fine. I don't think we're at too much risk of getting flooded. We have the Tormenting Voice too, which can help get rid of some lands or find us lands. Either way. Last pick Goblin Boomkeg is kind of funny. I don't know why someone would pick a land over Boomkeg. It's not an unplayable card by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, we're not going to play it, but it's not. That doesn't make it unplayable. So here's a deck. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, no issues. I think we're going to go... Well, I was going to say even split on black and red, but I don't actually think that's true. I think we probably go Bloodfell Caves, and then we go 8 or 9, 7? Yeah. Or 9, 8, I guess. So 9 mountains, 8 swamps, and a Bloodfell Caves. Can sort by color though and take a look. Yeah, I think it's still right. Bloodfell Caves. So this way we have 10 red sources with the Bloodfell Caves and 9 black sources. That seems pretty good. Yeah, this deck is pretty much insane. Anything else I want to do? Here's the old Dragon Tempest. No, I'm not going to play it. It's funny. This is probably the most amount of dragons. 4 is typically like where you top out, and I still don't want to play Dragon Tempest. Just not a good card. Maybe if I had all flyers, I could consider it, since it at least gives all your flyers haste, but it's just not a very good card. There might have actually be an argument for like Boomkeg over a Sadist or something. Just because it's like another removal spell, and Sadist is underwhelming most of the time. But I need more. I don't mind playing Sadist, I guess. It's playable. It's just not ever exciting. As for the rest of this deck, a lot of exciting cards in here. A lot of big rares and big finishers. Look at all the finishers we have. Stormcrag Elemental, Acid Spewer Dragon, Marauder, Warkite, Dragonlord Kolaghan, Angler, Monument's even a finisher. Very cool. Okay, that's it. Playing it like this. We'll see you round 1.